Welcome to 31 Days of Horror with me, Aaron, guiding you through 31 films in 31 days. And today is day 17. And today on day 17, we will be reviewing, showing to you, summarizing Thanksgiving. Not the holiday, but the movie Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a 2023 release. You can watch Thanksgiving on Netflix. So if you're a Netflix subscription, that's where you can find it, or you can rent it at any other streaming platforms that rent. I also have a little friend here today. In honor of Thanksgiving, carve you up a little something that's not a turkey. How to watch Thanksgiving during Thanksgiving. I came out during the Thanksgiving season last year and I just never went to the theaters. I wasn't in the mood to go to the theaters and I wish I had. It's definitely a film I watched during the spooky season. Now we got something for the Thanksgiving season. So that's how you watch it. No other rules than that. Erroneous thoughts. I'm going to give you my opinions, my thoughts, something I'm thinking about that's in relation to horror, or maybe what this film in particular made me think about. And it's a little opinion, little erroneous thoughts. And today it's about the chase. The chase. Can we bring back the chase? So many slasher films and horror films in general just get to the death right away, the murder, and I'm fine with the gore. I can sit well with the gore, but they just get right to it. Like just all of a sudden it's happening. Where's the foreplay though? We need a little foreplay before the killing happens. I want a good old-fashioned chase. The 80s and 90s, some of the 2000s did. You know, everything comes back, they say. Everything makes its way back, and it's retro to bring things back. So I think it's time to bring the chase back to our slashers, to horror in general. Some people might say, let's just get to the point. We know what we're doing. We know what we came here for. They're going to die. You never know, though. Sometimes they won't die. And also, people who just want to get to the point. I don't know if you've had good foreplay before. There's a lot of iconic, exciting moments that can happen in the foreplay, in the chase of it all. That's my erroneous thought. The chase. 1 minute summary. This is just to give you an idea of what the film's about. See if it's something that you would like to see, something you'd like to watch. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. So Thanksgiving, it's just about a small town in Massachusetts during Thanksgiving time. And in the beginning, we see 1 year where at, I can't remember what the store's called now, but it's basically a Walmart. And in the Walmart, it's Black Friday and people go nuts, go wild. And there's people like a rampage, right? Where people like walk all over each other, stampede in, and people end up being killed accidentally through this. And because of this, the next year, the next Thanksgiving, there now are some new murders. Everyone wears like a John Carver mask in celebration. I never really knew about John Carver before this, but I guess there's like a pilgrim, a Thanksgiving mask that everyone wears in celebration of Thanksgiving. And so this murderer goes around killing people in relation to what happened a year before. Oh my gosh, that was actually just a minute. That was great. I did it like literally on the dot. First time. Now, my 1 minute review for Thanksgiving. So you can just watch a minute and find out all my thoughts that are on top of my head. So this is not me like looking at a thing I've written before. It's just off the top of my head, what I remember about the film. And maybe that'll just give you a good generality of what my thoughts on the film are. We're going 3, we're going 2, we're going 1. So I liked this film. This was a lot of fun. I'm a slasher kind of guy, so it was up my alley. So I really enjoyed it. It was I'm not, usually an Eli Roth fan. He's the director of the film, but because he sometimes is too dark and violent, and I'm fine with violence, but when it gets too dark, it's not my vibe. But this was really silly. This was like very, very silly, very, very fun with its kills. And the John Carver mask is great. And now we have something for Thanksgiving, which is a great thing to have. We never really had a horror film for Thanksgiving. So overall, it was fun. I don't really remember the characters all that much. I don't think it really matters. It's something where you care about the characters. You more care about the kills that are going to happen and what's going to happen to this town. And yeah, so overall, just nothing serious, fun, good time if you're in for that, and just enjoying the slashing of it all. That's all it really is. And for Thanksgiving, a little treat. Aaron's experience, the way we experience films, the way we watch them, very important to how we feel about the film, how my review is. My experience, if you don't know, I've been watching Halloween films, horror films, and I didn't know I was in the mood for that, but going through a depression and didn't realize I was even in depression. Slowly but surely, watching horror films really brought me out of my depression. I decided to continue just watching them, and I don't know how or why, but it brought me back to being a little boy. As a little boy, I'd watch horror films. I was a Nightmare on Elm Street boy. Loved, the Halloweens and the screams of it all. Brought me back to my inner child. This was one of the first films that I watched. What a nice little treat, because it is kind of an ode or nostalgic like with slasher films. So yeah, I had a great time during this. I think you'll have a great time. Don't take it too seriously. And I hear they're making a sequel. I'll go watch the sequel when it comes into theaters. Now we have something to watch during Thanksgiving. Stick the ending. The ending matters in horror films, and I think can really make or break a film for you. Think about any horror film you've watched and what you thought about the ending in relation to what you think about the film. A stick the ending is that rather than go in depth. 1 is not for me. 5 is, yeah, that's a good ending. I don't usually identify it this way, but when it comes to this film, I'm a greedy bottom. I want more. I'm not going to be very clear about that. I don't even know what the more is. I just wanted more from this ending. I enjoyed the last little moment that happened. That was great. I already knew who John Carver was, the killer was, before they did the reveal, which I'm also fine with. I can still enjoy a film even if I'm ahead of it. And the ending was big. I did have a big ending, but I feel like we should take more runtime from the opening segment and given it to the ending segment. I just think that we needed more time with this ending because there's so much more fun to have throughout with Thanksgiving. Aaron's category. So I'm just going to put this film in fun categories for you. Horror is a broad genre, and then the subgenres just get all mixed up and confused sometimes. And this is just a fun way to let you know what's in the film and the kind of feeling that I have over it. I'm going with fun. I had a fun time. I think that it has a fun time. It has a fun time with the kills. It has a fun time with the characters. It knows it's in Thanksgiving. It's a good time, right? Gory. Yeah, it's gory. This killer gets creative with his kills. Just anything you think about when you're doing Thanksgiving and cooking up your food and carving, he does to his victims. But it's also kind of this nostalgic feel. It's teenagers, slasher, kind of takes you back. You know how Thanksgiving kind of does that too, right? The holiday itself, you're with family, takes you back to being kind of that kid or with family. So it has that kind of nostalgic vibe to it too. I don't know why, but this word is going to be romp. It's a romp. It's a romp of a time. Whatever that means to you, but that's the word that came to me. So fun, gory, and nostalgic romp. Thanksgiving. Stab again. Will I stab this film again? Am I going to watch it again? Yeah, I'll watch it again. I'll stab it again. I'll take a stab at it again. Now I have a horror to watch during Thanksgiving. Can't believe it's taken this long to get to this point. Why haven't we had a Thanksgiving horror movie before? Funny enough, it was a fun made-up trailer for the Grindhouse films that came out in the 2000s. Didn't I remembered it and going, they should do that. Why haven't we had a Thanksgiving horror film? It took us too long to get here, and now we have one. So I'll watch it during Thanksgiving. Thank you, Eli, for giving us a gift for the giving season. So that's Thanksgiving for you. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Did you have a good time with it, or was it just kind of boring to you and really not creative for you? But I didn't take it too seriously and just enjoyed myself. That's kind of, I think, the way you have to go about it. But you let me know in the comments. And remember you can like, you can comment, and subscribe at all times for any of my content if you want to see more of this Days of Horror. Happy Halloween.